In this video, let's talk about Blackmagic's new PYXIS 6K camera.
Real quick, you're watching VP Land. Special thanks to our sponsors for helping make our NAB coverage possible, Blackmagic and Atomos. And now back to the video.
All right, I'm here with Bob from Blackmagic. Bob, tell me about the PYXIS and what we got going on here.
Yeah, so this is our new PYXIS 6K. So it's a 6K full frame sensor, same sensor that's in the Cinema Camera 6K full frame that we came out with recently. And that one's great handheld. But people have been asking for a box camera for a long time.
It's been longly requested.
And here it is. And, you know, I think that what we did here was really give you the flexibility to rig it out any way you want. But we did give things like this monitor here, a 4-inch monitor, gets you through all the menus, but it's also an HDR monitor, bright 1500 nits. So, you know, it's a good monitor to have on board if you need it. But you can also mount other things to it, right? There's other ways to mount. We can mount like this EVF. It's this new cinema EVF that we have for the URSA Cine, but you can use it on this one as well because you have the locking USB-C in the front to get the viewfinder. We also added 10G Ethernet port here, a USB-C port. You can tether a phone here or plug straight into the Ethernet.
And is this Ethernet 10 or 1?
That's a 10 gig.
Okay.
So you can move the files off the camera, or you can link through the Blackmagic cloud service to send both proxies and the Blackmagic RAW at the same time. And again, it's, you know, you're getting 13 stops of dynamic range and a dual native ISO from 100 to 25,600, dual native at 400 and 3200. So, you know, all those same features that we have in the other camera, but this body is lending itself to adding lots of things to it that people are obviously going to franken rig as they do. It comes in 3 different models. We have an EF mount, L mount, and the PL mount. So you choose your mount and then you go.
What was the thought behind the L mount? Because I'm trying to think, like, I've been encountered so many lenses with L mount.
So L mount is the consortium there. So that's Panasonic, Leica, Sigma makes some. There's a lot
Not
of
the Micro Four Thirds, but a different.
No,
mount, right?
It's different. It's designed for full frame. So that's where the L mount comes, and it's very close to the sensor. The sensor itself has an OLPF, but you can, because you can rig it, you can add neutral density filters as needed, ND filters as needed. And we also record on the CF Express. So this is the new CF Express, and there's 2 slots, so it can roll over. But you're going to be able to record both proxies and the B-RAW at the same time.
Can you route it like one's doing B-RAW, one's doing proxies?
No,
or is it
records at the same time on each disc, but if you fill up, it'll automatically kick over to the other drive. And of course, some people just use the USB-C drive. And
right, so you could plug like the Samsung, like a USB-C drive.
Yeah, and we include a second panel to go on here, so it holds a USB drive, and then we have a rosette option that you can get to so you can mount all kinds of things.
Okay, and I'm sure we'll see more accessories or
absolutely
coming out, people making stuff. Audio inputs.
So audio, we have a micro XLR or mini XLR in the front here for one, and then there is also 3.5 mic back here and some onboard mics.
Okay. Is there any way to add more mics with USB-C or plug USB-C in to get more audio inputs?
Potentially, I think. I don't know if it's set up that way now, but you never know.
And recording format, so it just does B-RAW. What was the
Blackmagic RAW and the proxies are H.264.
Cool. Any possibility of ProRes in the future, like some of the other
I don't know.
Blackmagic cameras?
Yeah, you know, the thing about the Blackmagic RAW codec is that it works great with our cloud service, be able to move, and it's lightweight, but gives you the RAW. And I think that, you know, so far people seem to like it a lot.
Okay, and pricing and availability.
Yeah, so the bodies themselves are start at $3,000, so it's $29.95 for each of the 3 mounts, and then you can add on the Cine EVF, and then of course people will have all kinds of things that they can add on to here. So it'll be interesting to see.
See how this gets rigged up in the future.
Yeah. You know, it'll be interesting to see how.
And it does streaming too, as well, right out of the. You can do SRT.
Yeah, you can do. Yeah, it's same as the cinema camera.
Okay, so whatever streaming options you have, you can use it as a streaming camera as well.
On this one, yeah. So at a core, it's the same, but it's in this body that you can do whatever you want.
Wow, yeah, very flexible. Well, great, thanks a lot, Bob.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks.
And that is it for this video. Be sure to check out the rest of our NAB coverage over here at this playlist. And for more videos like this, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next episode.